Good morning. Yeah, it's working. Good morning, good morning. I'm here today to show you how to make a certified essential oil. And some people say, what makes a certified essential oil? How do you make a certified essential oil? Well, the first thing you need to do is to have your products from a certified registered agent. And with that being said, you will get certified products and so forth, oils and all that. And the key to making these certified, essential oils, certified capsules or whatever, is to get that product that actually states that. So today we're going to make rosemary oil, certified rosemary oil, and I need to do this because I'm going to be updating my rosemary hair serum for natural hair. Now I do have this rosemary in a jar because I've had this for a while, and this is the last of the rosemary. And I also grow rosemary, so you can also grow your own plants in order to create your own essential oils and things like that. So, and this little bottle here is these rosemary is going to be hard to chop up, but I'm going to show you how to chop them up and everything so that you can have your rosemary oil. So I also have the olive oil, extra virgin olive oil here, and I have 4.5 ounces. And this is the jar that's going to be making the rosemary essential oil. Now it's so easy to put together, but making this little bottle, which is going to be put into, it's going to take a while, put it that way. It's several steps to do, and this is actually just the first step. I'm going to go through the steps with you, and I'm going to show you some of our certified products and so forth, because my understanding and belief is that when you are an herbalist, you make everything yourself. Some people just buy the capsule with the stuff in it and then just sell it. Herbalists usually makes everything themselves and so forth to sell, because they know what to put in it, they know what works and things like that. Now, we get this, all our certified herbalist stuff from Mountain Rose Herb, and this is what you want to get. And you'll see it right here, certified organic. This is a chamomile flower whole. And to make your chamomile oil, we chop this up, let it sit for several weeks or longer. The longer you let it sit, the better your product is going to be. And also for our capsules, we also, again, we grind them up. See, when you're making oil, you just chop because you want to abuse the flowers here, because you want to release the oils and the aroma from this dry plant and so forth that's been sitting. And this is what's going to be infused with your oils in order to create the chamomile certified organic oils. And that is how you make it and so forth. The capsule, all of this is time consuming. The capsule, you sit and grind and you put it in the capsule. We do everything by hand. So we'll grind it with a little machine, of course, but then we have to sit and put everything in by hand. I do have a capsule machine, but sometimes that thing really gets on my nerves, and I just go ahead and do it by hand. I can do it even faster. So this is how we create our products and so forth, is by getting certified products and things like that, and just making the stuff that ourselves. I'm not making chamomile oil today, but I just wanted to show you these chamomile oil, and also some of our other products, nettle leaf and so forth, again certified. And we do have nettle root capsules and so forth on our website and everything. So this is how we do it. So I'm getting ready to chop up the rosemary, and also to keep alcohol by for clean counters, wiping off your tools, wiping out your jars and everything before you get started. Okay, so you're going to do a little bit at a time because this stuff here will pop. And I'm going to put this down some so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Hold on a second. Got my hand all in the way. Let's see if we can get this camera right. Usually we can't. You see I have my little cutting board right here. And also too, I didn't mention these, but always have a pen and little note. These are stickies, little notepads, so you can write stuff down. And also you want to write what you're doing down, and you also want to date it. So that's why these things are here. So, okay, we're going to do a little bit at a time, like I said, so that we can get this. And then I'm going to just tell you how this is done. Okay, so I done sprayed it a little bit of the rosemary here on the cutting board. And I'm using this knife here, and I'm going to chop it up like I'm chopping up a salad or something like that. And you're going to hear that pop, pop noise. And be careful because you will lose some of your stuff. Ooh, see what I'm saying? That aroma, whoo, already hit me from the chopping of just that little bit. And that's what you want to infuse your oil, is that. And it's going to pop everywhere. But if you have a clean counter, you just rake it and put everything back together. Chop a little bit more. And just keep it going. I want to chop this a little bit more, and I can smell. Smell that rosemary. It is so, so good. I'm going to chop it just a little bit more. And you want to chop it as fine as you can. Because you want to you want this, the aroma to come out good and everything. So, okay, that's good enough. I'm going to put it in this jar here. And I'm going to rake it up. Like I said, with clean counters, you can just go ahead and rake what pops away from you. Put it together and place it into your jar right here, putting it in. And we're going to do a little bit more. See, if I just put these in like it is now, you will get the scent of rosemary, but it will not be as great as it is when you chop it up and you get the real deal and everything in there. And that's the reason why you have to abuse these. You have to chop these up so that that aroma and the actual rosemary will infuse your oils and so forth, so you'll have true rosemary oil. So, and before I started chopping, I didn't smell it as strong as you do now. That's the reason you have to chop it, because you have to release that aroma and everything for your oils. You have to release that to make your oils. Yeah, and it smells so good. And these been set up for a while too. So, you know, and that's why I put them in little jars and so forth. This one here actually got the little date and stuff on them as to when I put them up. So this been sitting up for a while. I usually try to keep at least 10 of any product I sell in stock at all times. Okay. Now, you're going to say, how do you get this, the oils and stuff, these are seeds and stuff, or leaves or splendors, whatever you want to call these rosemary stems. I call it, yeah, rosemary stem is a better word for it. What you're going to do is going to use a strainer and a cheesecloth in order to drain you know, to drain this to get the pure oil instead of any of the stems or seeds from this product here. Because I learned myself before, when you just drain them, it's not good enough. You still get some stuff in your oil, so you have to use the, and I'm going to use half of this. So, and I'm getting there and chopping up a little bit, because this is going to sit for 2 weeks at least before I actually use it. And you can sit this pretty much anywhere. It don't need direct sunlight though. But you can pretty much sit it anywhere. Yeah, and oh, it smells so good. And with my rosemary products, I use rosemary extracts. And rosemary extracts are actually made a different way, and it's made with water. Okay. Oh man, this really smells good. I love the scent of rosemary. Most people do. Okay. And because this is, like I said, dry, these stems here, rosemary stems, that's what we call it, are popping everywhere. Okay, so we're going to get this one in. And because you chop them up so well sometimes, that's why you'll get that powdery stem in your oil if you don't use the cheesecloth after you do the draining. So you have to do both. Okay, let me go ahead and see if I can get the rest of this out. I wanted to do half, so let me go ahead and see if I can. Okay, that's half. So I'm going to put the lid on this and chop this up, and then I'm going to pour the oil in and label it. I kind of like keep my hand over it while I'm chopping, because I don't want too much of it to get away. You hear that crunch? That's what it is. I'm crunching. Oh man, this rosemary smells good. Okay. And you just chop, chop, chop to release that aroma. Release that rosemary. Okay, a little bit more, and then I'll put. You're not going to get every stem, but you want to do enough stems to release the rosemary. And you want to smell it. Every little section that you're chopping up, you want to smell that rosemary. If you're not smelling that good rosemary, then something has definitely gone wrong. Okay. This is my last chopping of the rosemary. So I'm going to bring that jar over and go ahead and put that in. Going to clean up this section with all the rosemary done popped. Like I said, use clean counter. Just rake the stuff back in. Don't lose any of your rosemary if you can avoid it. Okay. Okay. So now I'm just going to put the oil in to infuse it. There you go. And this is not a whole lot, but just this here is going to make about at least 3 bottles of this and everything, because remember, you're going to take those rosemary seeds out, and right now they're absorbing the oil. And I can even put a little bit more oil in here. So let me do that. Okay. Put a couple more drops in here. Now, what I'm going to do is just put this in here. Give it a shake. It'll all get settled. And you can use a spoon or something to push. There we go. Push that down. Some of the rosemary that stays up, but that's okay. Now you're going to use your pad and pen, little notepad, and you're going to put down certified rosemary oil. Date is the 12/4/18, and you know from this date that when this sits up for 2 weeks and so forth. So just snatch that off, stick it on, and there you go. So then once you do this stage, this is the first stage here. This is going to be your second stage, is to get your oils out of here after 2 weeks and so forth, and then also get them into your little bottles. Now the actual oil, this oil would not go into this particular bottle here, but these are the bottles that's going to be used. And this is the bottle that we do use, and this is our label that's going to be put on here. Actually, this right here bottle is going to have lavender oils in it. I haven't made the oils yet, but I do prepare the bottles, some bottles ahead. I have not prepared the rosemary bottle ahead of time, but I did prepare this bottle ahead of time, and I will be putting oil in that. And another question that you may want to know is how I'm going to get the oils and so forth into these little bottles. Well, you're going to use, I think I got them here. Oh, no, they're into another section of the house. I use the little tunnels. You're going to stick the little tunnels in the bottles here, and then you're just going to pour it in. And that's how we do it. Okay, thank you. Hope this helped you. And I know that people that are searching to use these particular oils, essential oils and some things like that, are not going to take the time to make them. But this is mainly for people who are trying to start their business, who want to actually sell these particular oils and so forth. Don't go to the store and buying oils and so forth and then just sticking your labels onto them and sell them. Either your capsules or anything like that. Buy the actual packages and so forth, you know, certified organic packages, and just take the time to do it yourself. That's going to be best, putting your love and passion into it and so forth, and just taking your time packaging and processing everything. All right, thank you.